Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. You are tuned into Big Mike Drop. I'm your lovely host, Big Mike, coming to you from a humble home. Hope everyone's doing well out there. I am doing fantastic. Hope everyone is having a great start to their 2022. I know for some people their 2021s were not the best. Mine was kind of meh, but I will say that I'm doing a lot better now so far in 2022. So far, my year's been pretty good. Hopefully, it can continue that way, despite the fact that Toronto's still in perpetual lockdown, which we've been in. So, but nonetheless, I have not done these in a while. That usually is my going theme. But you know, when you work a bunch of jobs and you're in school full time, you know, time is not really much you have in terms of like free time. But I do have a little bit of free time, and I figured, you know what, rather than kind of try to dive in and do a random ass vlog where I'm talking about something hard hitting or whatever, I'm going to try to keep it light today and then kind of get myself back into the groove of doing vlogs. So I decided that I'm going to do my usual traditional thing, which is my 2021 review of all the sneakers I've purchased in 2021. This has been my going theme since 2013. If you want to check out the other videos I've done not 2013, since 2017. If you want to check out all the ones I've done in those years, feel free to look through on my lovely vlog, or my lovely channel, or my page, and you can check all those out. So, last year, compared to 2020, when I went a little bit batshit in terms of the amount of shoes I bought, last year, a little bit subdued. Only bought about roughly 8 pairs of shoes, which is pretty good. Usually, like, sometimes, 4 is decent. 8 was a little bit much, but at the same token, a lot of the shoes that came out I really wanted. And also, 9. 9 pairs of shoes. Actually, forgetting one. So I have to bust that one out. So, about 9 pairs of shoes I got. So, I'll go through each one. Now, this list I will say is a little bit, in terms of the sneakers I purchased this last year, I will say that it's a lot more diverse in terms of the different brands, different styles, and stuff like that as well. So it's not the traditional Jordans and Nikes. I did buy Jordans, and Jordans are on the list by all means, but I also have from different brands as well. And for different reasons, I bought different shoes. And my number one shoe, I will say, is an absolute showstopper. And you will see why once I show it to you. So without further ado, people, let's get into it. I don't want to belabor y'all and jibber jabber too much. So I usually have them kind of lined up in an order. I don't really need to necessarily do that this time around because I kind of have an idea of what shoes are in what specific order. So I'm going to get started. So number 9 on my list are these. These are the Ken Griffeys. I don't remember the exact name or number. I think it's something to do with the blue. Hold on. Let me just give me one sec. I just want to make sure I get the right name for y'all lovely folks out there. But yeah, these are number 9 on my list. Let's see if I can find them. Yeah, Varsity Royal. 2021. So these are the Ken Griffeys. So for those of you who don't know who Ken Griffey is and have no idea who I'm talking about, Ken Griffey was a baseball player. He played for the Seattle Mariners in the early 90s, was traded to his hometown team of the Cincinnati Reds in around 2000, and I think he played until, if I'm not mistaken, 2008, 2009, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not exactly sure on the exact dates and all that stuff, but that he roughly played for about a good 20 plus years. In the Hall of Famer, all that. Has some of the best baseball shoe, but he was one of the first baseball athletes specifically, to have his own shoe, and this was one of his shoes. Now, the reason why this is low on my list is because, to be quite frank with you, this version of the shoe was not the exact colorway that I wanted out of all of them. Actually, I do like the Ken Griffey ones. The Ken Griffey 3s are my favorite. Those ones are fucking dope. I really, really hope they re-retro those because I would definitely get a pair, but that's beside the point. The original ones that I wanted the most are the Seattle Mariners colorway. So the Mariners colorway is more of a teal and navy colorway. And the shoe on that is just basically, it's an amazingly the color blocking on that is amazing. But unfortunately, that shoe sold out when it came out. So when I was actually at the Foot Locker store, formerly of the Jordan store, downtown Toronto, and I was chatting with one of the store clerks there, and I saw this lovely shoe displayed, I decided to pick it up because it's a dope colorway, first and foremost. And it's a dope shoe, very comfortable, actually. I've worn it a fair amount of times. More of a high top, which I prefer, or mid, I would say, but it's still a dope shoe. Could wear it with this if I really want to. My Maple Leaf jersey, Austin Matthews, go Leafs go. And yeah, definitely a classic. Ken Griffey probably had some of the best baseball cleats or best baseball shoes out there, I would say. So these are definitely up there. There's other baseball athletes like I know Mike Trout and others that have their own, and Bryce Harper, but Ken Griffey was I would say the GOAT, or the guinea pig first to start his own sneaker brand with a baseball, and these were his first ones, and he knocked out the park with these. These are dope as hell. Love these to death. In terms of where you can get them, I saw them actually on sale. These were actually on sale when I bought them, so I actually lucked out and got them on sale. So I didn't really spend too much on these either. So, but again, if you want a classic, dope Nike athlete shoe, this one's really dope, and it's very sturdy, really good. Definitely like it. So definitely, you can get it on different sites. I think every consignment shop has it. I don't know if you can check online, maybe with Foot Locker or Champs. They might have pairs, they may not. I didn't check because I already have my pair, but you can definitely check them out because these didn't really sell out too much because I don't think a lot of people know A, who Ken Griffey is, or B, really care for these shoes. But obviously, me being a sneakerhead, me being of 30 plus years, these are definitely one of the shoes that I had to get in my collection. So these are definitely one of them. So number 9 on my list, the Ken Griffey 1 Varsity Royals. So number 8 on my list, let me see, number 8. All right, number 8, I'm going to do a little bit differently because normally I'm a little bit unbiased and I think I make some really dope colorways on Nike ID for my shoes. However, I will say that number 8 on my list is one of those shoes, but it's not the best out of all the shoes that I've done this year. So this one is number 8 on my list. These are some Air Max 1s that I Nike ID'd, as you can see. So I'll show you the other pair. So basically they say, who is like God? So as you can see right here, very casual, very good collar blocking and all that good stuff. I actually ordered these, I think the end of 2020. Yeah, end of 2020. And I got them just close to 2021. So that's why I didn't show them in my 2020 vlogs. I didn't get them right away. So these are number 8 on my list. So first and foremost, I actually do have another Air Max 1 that I bought, but these ones are really dope. I love the color blocking that I did on this shoe. It's basically like a black, and they got a little bit of silver here, and then it got a like eggshell yellow, white here, and stuff like that. I just wanted a casual shoe. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm not sure if people really can notice the color, the inspiration for this shoe, but I will show you. So the inspiration for this lovely shoe is actually this shoe. So I don't know if you could see the similarities. Probably not. It was hard to kind of get the similarities fully because with Nike ID, they're very particular about where you put certain colors on certain parts of the shoe. So I couldn't do it the exact way of the cement fours, the white cement fours, but that was the inspiration. To be quite honest with you, I was I was having a drink one night, and I decided to say, you know what, I am going to Nike ID Air Max in the white cement 4 colorway, and I did, and I think these came out great. And like I said, these are more like I can get up and, like, if I'm going to go somewhere and I want to walk around but I want to look kind of fresh, I throw these on. Definitely, these are like my throw-ons for sure. And yeah, they're dope. I've worn them, I can't even name how many times I've worn these damn shoes. Worn them so much, but they're very comfortable as well. So an Air Max 1's very, very comfortable shoe as well. Very good walking around in. I know if I'm going to be traveling anywhere as well, I definitely think these are definitely good shoes I'm going to wear. Just because I could throw it on and wear it with damn near anything. I could wear it with these if I want. This if I wanted to. So just to kind of show you the versatility of the shoes. So in terms of where you can get these, well, unless you really want to copy my black ass, you could get these on Nike ID. You can Nike ID them on Nike ID. I don't know if they necessarily have this style on there right now. They sometimes will go through periods where they'll sell out, so they'll restock it in maybe the next few months or so. So definitely, if you want to make a pair of Air Max 1s or any Air Maxes for that matter, definitely do that. I would say Air Maxes are probably one of the most comfortable shoes you can rock. And on top of that, I mean, you can make a one of one, something that you individually own that no one else does. So, and I like that. So that's kind of what I like. So these are number 8 on my list, Air Max 1s, Nike ID edition. So number 7 on my list is actually another Nike ID, but this one's a little bit different. Okay, so these are the Nike React Infinite Flyknit runners. Okay, so yes, these are running / gym shoes. Okay, now I know these are, most people are like, well, these are like for these are for casual wear. Of course not, numbnuts. These are not for casual wear. These are strictly for the gym and or running. And as you can see, I have worn these. So, you know. So my rationale for doing this shoe is a few reasons. Main reason is I needed a running shoe, like a specific shoe for running. Because when I was a few years ago, I decided to be a cheap shit and buy like some runners from like Walmart or gym shoes from Walmart, which was not the best idea because my feet were fucking feel like it was slapping the floor. That's how bad those shoes were. They had no traction at all whatsoever. They were brutal to wear. So, I think probably early last year, I said, you know what? I need to actually do a actual runner. Like I need an actual running shoe. So unfortunately we were in lockdown, so I couldn't actually go to a Nike store to kind of test out the different shoes and see which ones fit. It made sense. And I also wanted to make a one of one as well. So that's why I didn't necessarily buy a shoe at the Nike store, which I could have, but I just chose not to. So I was on Nike ID, and simply put, my rationale for picking this shoe in terms of why I picked it was I literally just went off of the thickest insole. The thickest what out here, the midsole, the thickest part, out of all the runners, this one had the thickest one, and I basically went off of that. So it took about maybe 4 wears to really break these shoes in. But once I broke them in, because I got these, I think around March, April time, they were amazing. Like running wise, they don't hurt at all. My feet feel very comfortable. I take these to these are my gym shoes too. So if I go to like any type of fitness or any working out, this is the shoe I usually rock because it's very, just very, very responsive in terms of my feet and everything, and my knees feel good and all that stuff. And also too, like I decided to be a little bit different and do the little trees here. They got the purple laces here, did the blue check here, and then I have the pink right here. So I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a funky colorway that I know no one else would have. So, because I've seen people with this shoe, but obviously they went to Nike store and bought them. I'm a little bit different, so I like to create my own shit. So this shows my creativity more than anything else. So this is what I did. So this is number 7 on my list. So the Nike, React Infinity Flyknit. So these are actually still on Nike ID. So if you did want to order these or get these on Nike ID, you can. Like I said, I personally recommend them to anyone. They are extremely, extremely comfortable. Running wise, they're very good. I'm not a huge runner, but I'm going to probably start running in these a little bit more. And in terms of like working out in these, they're amazing for the gym. So I definitely would recommend these shoes to anyone as well. And again, you can make a one of one in Nike ID if you want to do that too. So there you go. So number 7 on my list, these lovely Nike React Infinity Flyknits. All right. So number 6. Wow, this is going to be tough. Number 6 on my list. Okay. Number 6 on my list. Okay. Number 6 on my list. that was torn. Are these? These are not Nikes. These are Reeboks. Okay. These are the Answer 4s for Allen Iverson, which if you could see here, his lovely face is on the sole, so you can always be reminded of where he is. So, so these are number 6 on my list. So these are, again, not Nikes, like I mentioned. These are Reeboks. But I actually really, really, really love these shoes. These are probably one of my favorite Reeboks, besides the other one I'm going to show you. But these ones are pretty dope as well. Reason being is Allen Iverson's probably one of my favorite players in NBA history. Loved him to death. For those of you who don't know who Allen Iverson is, he played for the Philadelphia 76ers. He was drafted by Philadelphia 76ers in the first round in 96, the first overall pick. Played for Philly till about I believe it was 2007, was traded back to different players. He finally retired in 2013. So Hall of Famer, MVP, has won all the accolades. Didn't win a championship, unfortunately. Did not win a championship. Was arguably one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Was only 6 feet, 175 pounds. That was his listed height and weight. I don't think his height or his weight was even remotely close to that. I think it was probably 5'10", 5'11", 150 or 160. And he was out there dominating. And if you ever want to see Allen Iverson highlights, I should highly suggest you go on YouTube, pull up Allen Iverson highlights, and you will be amazed how small this guy was and how dominant he was. But Allen Iverson was signed with Reebok when he first came into the league. He has many different many different shoes. From the Questions, which was his first shoe, which is definitely a classic, and I do love the Questions. But out of his whole sneaker line, the Answer 4s are my favorites. Now, quick story. My actual favorite out of the Answer 4s is basically the reverse colorway of this. So this section is black, and then this section is white. Those are actually my favorites. He actually wore those in the NBA Finals in 2001. He wore these in the NBA Finals. These are more iconic, and I'll tell you the story why. But those he wore in the NBA Finals as well. But unfortunately, and they did actually come out last year, but they came out only in Australia. They didn't come out in North America. And I tried to see if I could order them. They didn't have my size, so I didn't bother. But these they did have, so I ended up getting these, and these are very comfortable. Now, these shoes are called the Stepovers. Now, the reason being is, in Game 1 of the NBA Finals in 2001, which me and my sister Diane watched from beginning to end, the Philadelphia 76ers, who Allen Iverson played for, played against the Los Angeles Lakers. Philly was expected to lose the series, which they did in 5 games. But Game 1, Allen Iverson scored, I can't remember how much he scored. I think he scored over 40 points. And his most iconic moment was after he made the game-clinching shot, he stepped over the guy guarding him by the name of Tyronn Lue, who is actually the head coach of the Los Angeles Clippers right now, stepped over him after he made the shot and crossed him over, which means he shook him with the ball, and then the guy fell down. He stepped over him and then ran back to the other side of the court, which is probably one of the most iconic NBA moments in NBA history, which Allen Iverson openly said that he didn't realize how iconic it became. And he was wearing these shoes when he did it. Now, these shoes, this color blocking is amazing. I love these shoes. I actually ordered there's a white and red pair as well to this. So this part's white, this one's red. But for some reason, when I got those ones, I actually didn't like them. So I ended up selling them. I ended up selling them to someone else actually through StockX. So, but I actually bought the shoe by accident, even buy it on purpose. So, but then these ones I actually did buy on purpose because I actually like these shoes. So, very comfortable too. I've worn these a lot. I think what surprised me the most is that they don't look comfortable in terms of aesthetics, but when you actually put them on your feet, very, very comfortable. Probably one of the more comfortable shoes I've worn this year. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be rocking these a lot more. I didn't wear them as much last year as I would have liked, but I'm definitely going to be busting these out a lot more as the year progresses, with things open up, hopefully, and I'll be able to actually go out. I'll be definitely rocking these bad boys. But these ones are very dope. In terms of where you can get them, GOAT has them, I know. Kicks on Fire, all the consignment stores have them. I don't think you could probably get them in through the Reebok website doesn't have these, and I don't think Foot Locker or Champs would have them, so you'll probably have to go through consignment to get these. But these are very dope, classic shoe as well. So if you definitely want something that's classic, that's a little bit different from Nike as well, I definitely would say get these as well because you won't be disappointed. So number 6 on my list, the Answer 4 is Allen Iverson's. Bam. So number 4 on my list, we're gonna go with another Reebok classic, but these, my friends, are the Reebok Pumps. Okay, now I had a little bit of an ordeal with this shoe. So early in the year, I did order this shoe, but me, like a big dummy, because I was ordering it late at night, I ordered the wrong size and wasn't paying attention. So unfortunately, I had to send the shoe back and then order the right size, which is these ones. And I got these shortly after. Now, these are famous for the slam dunk contest. D. Brown, who played for the Boston Celtics, wore these in the slam dunk contest. I believe it was in 90 or 91, where he won the slam dunk contest. And he did the iconic dunk where he wasn't looking in these shoes. And he actually pumped them up before he did the dunk. And people went crazy. Okay. Now, actually, another fun fact that people don't really know, and I only found this out through watching another sneaker video, is that Reebok in like the late 80s, early 90s had most of the market share when it came to sneakers. They had more of a market share than Nike did, than Adidas, than any pair. Reebok was arguably the number one sneaker brand in the world in the late 80s, early 90s, and these were one of them. I love these shoes. Okay, I remember always wanting these shoes as a kid when I was like 5 years old. I remember this one kid who was I was in kindergarten when these came out initially, and there was this older kid that one of my friend's brothers, he had a pair of these. So me and my friend one day were being weird, and I was being weird. So I asked him, "Hey, can I like pump your shoes?" And he was like, "Sure." So I actually tried to pump the shoes, but I wasn't strong enough, so I couldn't even actually pump the shoe. But these are amazing. So as you can see here, this is like a basketball, symbolize a basketball pump. So, and they also, for one thing I didn't realize until I watched another sneaker video, is that the pump series was with different sports. So they had pump series for basketball, football, I believe baseball, and they had it for golf as well. So they had the pump kind of symbol for each one. Now, the pump doesn't necessarily work on these shoes, unfortunately, but I will say that they are comfortable nonetheless. They are very iconic, very simple colorway too, black and white. They also had a white and black colorway, but I chose not to get those ones because I prefer this one a little bit more because this is obviously the more iconic colorway, so I definitely have to get this pair. And yeah, I love these. So, you know, like I said, normally I don't really buy Reebok. I bought 2 Reebok shoes last year, so that just to show you, but they did a really good job on these shoes. I really like it. Besides the pump not working, that's whatever. That's fine. But other than that, they did a really good job. So I definitely would recommend these shoes to anyone. I got these shoes off Flight Club for a pretty decent price. Actually, the answer 4s I got off of Flight Club as well. So if you want to get these shoes, Flight Club's definitely your best bet. I don't believe these were on Stadium Goods either. The answer 4s weren't on there either. So probably Flight Club or GOAT. If you really want to try StockX, good luck. I don't even fuck with that site unless I'm selling some shit. But yeah, so these shoes are definitely up. Definitely ones you should definitely cop, I think. If you're someone who's into sneakers, these should definitely be in your rotation, just off of the history and everything like that. You know, I know they're not a hype shoe. They're not, you know, Nike this and Off-White, all this other shit, or Travis Scott or whatever. But these are still an iconic classic shoe that you should definitely have in your collection if you want to call yourself a sneakerhead. So where am I at now? 5 on my list are these bad boys. The Reebok Pumps, or Omnizone as they were called. So there you go. All right, so now number 4 on my list. Okay, I got it. Number 4 on my list. And now I'll be honest with you. These are shoes that I liked, but I wasn't like dying to get. And I think I ordered these by accident again. But then when I got them in hand, I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to keep them because they're dope. These ones. So these ones are the South Beach LeBron 8s. Okay. So these are very, very funky, as you can see, with the big ass pink laces and all that. So these are number 4 on my list. These are very dope. Very, very dope colorway. These shoes actually came out, I believe it was in 2010. No, was it 2010 or 2011? Hold on. Let me just double check. No, this was 2011. These came out in 2011. All right, so I would say with these shoes, these were the first LeBrons, I would say, that actually got a lot of hype. And really the hype really stemmed from the pink laces. These actually do come with black laces, and they actually, when they originally did come out in 2011, they actually were with the black laces. But when I got these shoes in hand, they put the pink laces in because that's really what makes the shoe stand out. The black laces are fine, but the shoe is really known for the pink laces. So yeah, these shoes people went crazy for. The lineups were crazy. The resale, the older, like the 2011 pair is still going for $5,000, which is fucking insane. I definitely did not pay $5,000 for these. But no, these are dope. I love these to death. Very classic. Worn them a bunch of times. They're very comfortable too. To be very frank, I still prefer these ones in terms of LeBrons over these ones. Even though, and people will probably think I'm crazy because these ones are the most hyped up LeBron. Everyone loses their mind off of these ones. But I just like the All-Stars a little bit better. But these ones are still dope. I still love them. Still rock them a bunch. And yeah, so I accidentally bought these, like I said, but I'm glad I got these. So wore them a few, like I said, worn a few times, pretty comfortable. And yeah, so definitely on my list. One of my favorites that I've worn. That's why it's 4 on my list, because I've probably worn these a lot more than I wore the other ones, just for style purposes and stuff like that as well. Where you can get these bad boys, I mean, I got this off of, I believe it was Flight Club. Yeah, it was through Flight Club I got these, because Stadium Goods only had the older pair, so Flight Club has these. Stadium Goods might have them, but I'm not sure, and GOAT will probably have them, that site, so you can check out GOAT as well. But no, these are dope. Definitely a classic, obviously. LeBron, you know, the South Beaches were huge. You know, and it definitely, the craftsmanship on them is really good, and again, they're very comfortable. So I would definitely say, if you want to get a pair of some classic LeBrons, these are definitely it. The price point isn't too crazy, so definitely get you a pair if you can. So now we're on to number 3 on my list. I'm trying to fit this damn shoe in there. There we go. Okay. So number 3 on my list, okay? So number 3 right now. This was kind of torn on this one too, but yeah, number 3 on my list will be this. Will be my Carmine Sixes, okay? So in a previous video that I did last year where I showcased my top 5, or was it top 5? Yeah, it was my top 5 white, red, and black Jordans. So definitely check that one out. These were numero uno on that list, and they still are, because these are definitely the best white, red, and black Jordans, I feel, in my personal opinion, out of all the white, red, and black Jordans out there. So yeah, so these are number 3 on my list. Very comfortable shoe. Obviously very classic. Love the color blocking. Always love the color blocking. The Nike Air on the back obviously is perfect. Not too much I can say about this shoe that I haven't already said, because I've talked about Jordan 6s a lot. So I think for people that are new to the channel, the one thing you may not know that the 23 on this shoe is a little bit different. The 23 kind of goes, so the 23, I'm trying to show you. So the 2-3 is basically here. This is the 2 right here. And then the 3 is basically here. So that's kind of how they did the 23. And the Jordan 6 model, the shoe itself, Michael Keaton actually wore a version of it in the first Batman movie. They did like the Batman boot was based off of the Jordan 6. So there you go. So it gave you some pop culture history as well as some other history as well. Yeah, these are very classic. He wore these during his first championship run. And again, I love the Carmine Sixes. These are probably one of my favorite white, red, and black Jordans of all time. Actually, it is my favorite white, red, black Jordan of all time. So in terms of where you can get them, I got these through Kicks on Fire. So it's another app that I use sometimes. Definitely get you a pair. These are fucking amazing. Dope as hell. Comfortable as shit. Rock with basically anything red and black. These are these have to be your go-to. So definitely get you a pair for sure. So these are number 3 on my list. Now number 2 on my list, a little bit different. Now I have not worn these shoes. I will make sure I'm very clear. I've not worn these shoes yet, but I definitely plan on wearing them. I've really wanted these shoes for a long ass time, a little bit longer than the Carmine Sixes. That's why these are number 2 on my list, and they're still in the box. Okay, these are still in the box, people. So normally when I have a shoe that's still in the box, they're number 1 on my list. But the number 1 shoe is so dope that I cannot put another shoe over that. So number 1 on my list are these. Oh God, that new shoe smell, man, is amazing. These, my friends, are the cool gray Jordan 11s, or as the streets call them, cool gray 11s. I love these shoes. Okay, these are my favorite cool gray shoes. Out of all the Jordan cool grays, these are my favorites. So these shoes originally came out, I believe, in 2001. Okay, as part of Jordan's lifestyle series, where they were putting different colorways out of different shoes. But actually, Michael Jordan actually played in these, because when he played for the Washington Wizards, there were a few games where he actually wore the cool gray 11s. I believe they re-retroed these in 2010 or 2011. And I obviously couldn't get a pair because I was broke ass. But when they found out they were coming back out, I was like, I absolutely, unequivocally have to get a pair of these bad boys. And I finally got them after almost waiting about 3 weeks. I ordered them and I finally got them last week. So they came, was it last Wednesday? And yeah, I'm very excited. I'm not wearing them now because it's like minus 22 and it's cold as balls outside. So I definitely don't wear these in the winter. But I am very much looking forward to wearing these. And like I said, the reason why these are number 2 on my list compared to the other ones is because I don't even own a gray Jordan, like a cool gray Jordan. Like I own a few white and red and other white and red Jordans. I don't even own another cool gray Jordan. And the reason being is because this is the only cool gray that I like. I don't care for the cool gray 3s, don't care for the cool gray 4s, don't care for the cool gray 5s. I don't believe they have a cool gray 6. Don't know if they have a cool gray 7. Don't really care for the cool gray 8s, despite the fact that now they're charging $900 for those. They can eat a dick for that. The cool gray 9s, don't care for those. Although those aren't too bad, don't care for those. Cool gray 10s, don't really care for. I think they don't. I have the Shadow 10s, which is a gray shoe, but that's not really a cool gray. I think they have a cool gray 12, don't care for those. The Cool Gray 13s, don't care for those, and I don't think they have a Cool Gray 14. This is the only Cool Gray shoe Jordan that I like. So out of all the Cool Grays, this is my favorite one, like I said. The materials on them are very nice. It's a little bit different. It kind of shocked me a little bit because normally the Jordan 11 has like a mesh upper. This is more of a nubuck. So it's very like a suede. So it's very, very nice. Very different. The laces are still the same. Still like the basketball net laces that they have. And obviously the patent leather is classic like it always is. So these are, like I said, I cannot wait. Cannot wait to wear these bad boys. I am waiting with bated breath to wear these. But these are definitely my favorites. One of my favorite Jordans of all time. Like I said, in terms of cool grays. And obviously, I love 11s. I have this is my 4th 11 that I own. I have one more that I want to get. I won't tell you what that is because I'll show you it hopefully. But these are definitely dope. So, in terms of where you can get these, where did I get these from? Oh, I got these from Kicks on Fire. Or these off Kicks on Fire. But they're on GOAT. You might get, I tried to order them off of GOAT. It didn't work. But there's also, you can also go through StockX, Stadium Goods, stuff like that. Toronto, we kind of had an issue. The reason why I didn't line up for these, honestly, because unfortunately there was some logistical issue with these shoes coming to Toronto. So I wasn't able to get them right away for some fucked up reason because they didn't come here. They came to certain stores and certain people got them, but not every store got them. So my hope is next month they're supposed to be putting out another Jordan that I really want. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but who knows. But nonetheless, these are still dope. Like I said, you can get them off different sites. So if you definitely want a pair, definitely go get you one. These are classic, dope as shit. So number 2 on my list, Jordan Cool Gray 11s. And last but not least, my number 1 shoe that I purchased in 2021 is these. So these are the Auto Adapt React, I believe. Hold on, let me just get the right name because I call these the Back to the Futures. That's why I don't really know the exact name. So yeah, these are the Auto Adapt Max Infrared. That's what they're called. Now, to the plain eye, these might not look anything special, right? Oh, let me think a little bit. Yeah, these may not be anything special. You might be just seeing, oh, what's that blinking? But like I said, these look like a regular old shoe, but these bad boys actually self-lace. These are self-lacing shoes right here. Okay, so that's why I call them the Back to the Future. So, these actually came out in 2020. Okay, these actually came out in 2020, but I balked up. I thought about buying them, and then I backed out. I got cold feet and chickened out the last minute, and I said, no, I'm not going to buy them. But then last year, I was like, you know what, Mike? You really want the shoe. You can afford it. Kinda. Go get the damn shoe. So, I got the shoe. And honestly, definitely love the purchase. I've worn these a fair amount, as you can see by the, the little stains on the bottoms, which you should have if you've worn your fucking shoes. So, like I said, these are number 1 for many reasons. They're probably the most expensive shoe I paid for. I'm not going to tell you how much I spent on them, but not too crazy. But they are definitely the most expensive shoe I paid for. But also, they're probably one of the more comfortable shoes I own, believe it or not. And obviously, because of the self-lacing aspect, I really wanted them. I will probably never be able to, unfortunately, get a pair of the Air Mags that were worn in the great Back to the Future movies with Michael J. Fox, which are classic movies, by the way. And if you have not watched them, take your ass and go watch those movies because those movies are fucking dope. And those were the first time you ever saw like a self-lacing shoe, as you could hear. And that's what this shoe was based off of and inspired by. And they have other Auto Adapt shoes as well. As a matter of fact, they have a Jordan 11 that's a self-lacing shoe. But these ones specifically, like I said, I really liked because I actually just love the design of the shoe first and foremost. It's very casual. Can rock it with different stuff. And again, the self-lacing aspect is pretty cool. So actually, I'll show you I don't know if I can actually really show you the app on here with the glare, but I'll do my best. Because basically, in order to pretty much set up the shoe, you have to download the app. And pretty much the beauty part with this particular shoe is that you can kind of change you could change kind of what's the word I'm looking for? The tightness of the shoe in terms of lacing it. So like if I go like this, as you could hear. That's loosening the shoe basically. And then also you have the battery life of the shoe right here, which shows you the battery life, which shows you if you have to charge it, which it does come with the big ass charging dock that you have to charge the shoes with. And then also to unlace it, you can do that as well. But you also have, like I said, I've preset my lacing, so as soon as I put these shoes on, they automatically go to the desired lacing that I designed or I requested, which is fucking amazing. So if I'm sitting down, it will lace a certain way, but if let's say I'm going to go walk, it will auto lace that based off of what my preferences were set to. So that's the one aspect of it. Also, these lovely lights do change color based off of the app. You also can change the lights and how they blink and strobe and all that stuff with the app as well. And you can also do it on your Apple Watch as well. If you have an Apple Watch, they have an app for it on there as well too. So definitely one of my fancier schmancier shoes. I know there's not too many people that have these damn shoes. And if they do have these shoes, the likelihood is they've never even worn them. Or if they've worn them, they'll never wear them outside of their house. I, on the other hand, have worn them outside of my house because my saying on this lovely channel is wear your shoes. So I will always wear my shoes. My cool grays I haven't worn because it's wintertime and it's cold, but I do plan on busting those out. And these I'm going to be wearing a lot more if we get out of lockdown, hopefully. But yeah, these are definitely dope. Love these to death. Very, like I said, these are extremely comfortable. Besides the fact that they're fancy and they self-lace, they're just a very, very comfortable shoe. So yeah, so in terms of, I got these off Kicks on Fire. They're on GOAT, they're on other sites as well. Price point will vary depending on who's selling it to you, but I got a pretty good deal on these and I love these to death. And like I said, you can I have an app for them, so there you go. So that like I said, these are number one on my list. The auto adapt infrareds, get you a pair if you can. And that's it. I am done this lovely vlog. I have talked for 38 minutes or 37 minutes, which is amazing. But I want to thank you guys for enduring this lovely vlog. If you stayed through the whole thing. If you didn't, I apologize in advance, but not really. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well out there. Stay safe. Do what you can in terms of keeping yourself safe during this time. If you're in lockdown, stay safe. If you're not in lockdown, enjoy yourself. If you're traveling, be safe. Do all those things. Have a safe 2022 going forward, regardless. I will be hitting you up with content sparingly here and there, to be honest. Just got a lot of things going on. I was able to carve out some time to do a vlog, but I can't say I'm doing these regularly. I hope to be doing some stuff in the future with other people, but we'll see how things play out. But anyway, this is Bigmike signing off from Bigmike Drop. Take care, stay safe, peace, and love, and all that good stuff.